Have you already turned 65? If you have, then please don't scroll past this video, because sometimes a single piece of information can save an entire lifetime. Here's what most people don't realize. Stroke is the second leading cause of death worldwide, and the number one cause of long-term disability for adults over 60. But what's even more alarming? Most strokes happen early in the morning, right after you wake up. That's when your body is still in transition. Your blood vessels are tighter. Your heart is just restarting after hours of rest, and your brain is at its most vulnerable. What you do in the first 30 minutes of your day could either protect your heart and brain or silently push you closer to a life-changing medical crisis. My name is Insert Expert Doctor's Name, and in this video, I'm going to share 8 common morning habits that may quietly be harming your health, especially after age 60. And here's the shocking part. The most dangerous habit is something almost everyone does. Without thinking twice, stick with me until the end. This could be the most important health advice you'll hear all year. Let me ask you something simple. What's the first thing you put into your body after waking up? If your answer is nothing, you might be unknowingly putting your brain and heart at serious risk. After 8 to 10 hours of sleep, your body is running on empty. Your blood sugar is low, your brain is hungry for fuel, and your circulation is sluggish. And when you skip breakfast or delay it too long, your body goes into a mild stress response. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline begin to rise. That may sound like no big deal, but here's what happens next. Your blood pressure spikes, your heart starts working harder, and your blood becomes thicker, increasing your risk of blood clots and, ultimately, stroke. It's not just theory. Studies have shown that people who regularly skip breakfast have a higher risk of stroke, high cholesterol, and sudden cardiac events. But the solution is simple. Eat something within the first hour of waking. You don't need a full meal. A banana, a handful of soaked almonds, or a slice of toast with nut butter is enough to stabilize your system and give your brain what it needs. Skipping breakfast might feel harmless, but in reality, it's one of the most dangerous things you can do for your morning health, especially after 60. Protect your heart, fuel your brain, start your day the right way, with nourishment. Let's be honest. How many of us wake up needing to use the bathroom, but stay in bed just a little longer? It seems harmless, a few extra minutes of comfort. But for older adults, especially after 60, this habit can quietly raise your stroke risk in ways most people never realize. When you hold your urine in the morning, your bladder starts to expand and puts pressure on your internal organs. That pressure triggers a sudden spike in blood pressure, a dangerous reaction if your heart or arteries are already under strain. And here's the worst part. This spike often happens during the most vulnerable time of the day, right when your body is still adjusting from sleep. That's when your blood is thicker, your circulation is slower, and your nervous system is just waking up. Add pressure on top of that, and it's a recipe for disaster. In fact, this simple delay can contribute to stroke, heart complications, or even fainting, especially in people with high blood pressure or cardiovascular disease. It also raises your risk of urinary tract infections and bladder weakness over time. So here's the bottom line. When you feel the urge, get up and go. Make it your first priority after waking. It helps stabilize your system, reduce internal pressure, and support healthy circulation. It's a small habit, but it can make a massive difference. Don't ignore your body's signals. Your heart and brain are depending on it. You wake up, your eyes open, and without thinking, you swing your legs over the bed and stand up immediately. Seems normal, right? But if you're over 60, this quick start could be silently putting your brain at risk. Here's why. When you sleep, your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, and your blood flow becomes more relaxed. Your body is in a calm, low-energy state. So when you suddenly jump out of bed, gravity pulls your blood downward, faster than your heart and brain can keep up. The result? A sudden drop in blood flow to the brain, which can cause dizziness, lightheadedness, fainting, or in some cases, even a stroke. Older adults are especially vulnerable. Aging arteries don't respond as quickly. The heart may need a few extra beats to stabilize blood pressure, but by then, it could already be too late. So what should you do instead? Take it slow. Start by opening your eyes and taking a few deep breaths. Then roll to your side and sit up gently. Let your legs hang off the bed for about 30 seconds. Only then should you stand up. Slowly, with awareness. It may seem like a small delay, but this simple routine protects your brain from the shock of sudden movement and sets the tone for a safer, calmer morning. Don't rush into your day. Give your body the gentle start it needs, especially if you want your heart and brain to keep supporting you for years to come. Cold showers have become a trendy health hack. Some even say they boost alertness and build mental toughness. But here's the truth most people don't hear. For older adults, especially those over 60, jumping into a cold shower first thing in the morning can be dangerously risky. Let's break it down. When you wake up, your blood vessels are still constricted from sleep. Your body temperature is low. Your heart is transitioning from rest mode to active mode. If you suddenly shock your system with cold water, it causes your blood vessels to tighten even more and your heart rate to spike. This sudden constriction, combined with a surge of adrenaline, can lead to a sharp rise in blood pressure, a serious threat if you already have high blood pressure, heart disease, or stiff arteries. Worse, this reaction often happens before your body has had a chance to properly adjust to being awake. The result? A higher risk of stroke, heart attack, or cardiac arrhythmia, especially in colder months, or if you shower alone without supervision. Now, this doesn't mean you have to avoid cold showers forever, but timing is everything. Instead of showering immediately after waking, give your body at least 30 to 45 minutes to fully wake up. Start with warm water, then gradually shift to cooler temperatures if desired. And most importantly, listen to your body. Health trends may sound exciting, but for those over 60, the wrong habit at the wrong time can be more harmful than helpful. Your morning routine should support your heart, not shock it into survival mode. Do you ever wake up and just stay still? Maybe you sit on the edge of the bed, scroll your phone, or head straight to the kitchen without moving much. It might seem like you're giving your body a calm start, but not moving at all after waking up can actually be harmful, especially as we age. Here's the science. After 7 to 8 hours of lying down, your blood circulation slows, your muscles stiffen, and your joints lose fluid. If you get up and go about your day without waking your body up through movement, you're setting yourself up for trouble. The biggest concern: poor circulation and sluggish blood flow, which can increase the risk of blood clot formation, especially in the legs. And for adults over 60, those clots can travel, potentially leading to a stroke, heart attack, or pulmonary embolism. Even worse, staying inactive can contribute to morning stiffness, poor balance, and a greater risk of falls, which is one of the leading causes of hospitalization in seniors. So what's the better habit? Just 2 to 3 minutes of gentle stretching, arm circles, leg raises, or deep breathing can work wonders. Take a short walk to the bathroom, reach up to the ceiling, roll your shoulders, wake up your body, not just your mind. You don't need a full workout, but you do need to move. Circulation is life, and your brain, heart, and muscles all depend on it, starting the moment you open your eyes. Here's something most people overlook, especially as they get older. Your brain needs light to function properly, not just any light, morning sunlight. When you wake up and stay in dim lighting, pulling the blinds shut, staying in artificial light, or going straight to a screen, you confuse your body's internal clock. Your circadian rhythm gets disrupted, and that triggers a chain reaction of problems. Why does this matter? Because your circadian rhythm controls your hormones, including cortisol, melatonin, and even blood pressure regulation. Without proper morning light, your body stays in a kind of jet lag mode, making you feel foggy, sluggish, anxious, and even more prone to blood pressure spikes and stroke risk over time. Research shows that exposing your eyes to natural sunlight within the first hour of waking helps regulate your blood pressure, your sleep quality, your mood, your metabolic and cardiovascular health. And yet, most people skip this entirely, especially seniors who spend mornings indoors or rely on artificial lights, not realizing the long-term impact. The fix? Step outside or near a window for just 5 to 10 minutes every morning. No sunglasses. Let natural light hit your eyes. Not directly, but gently. Bonus: pair this with light movement or deep breathing for an even bigger boost. Your body is wired for light, and without it, your mornings are missing one of the most powerful, natural forms of medicine. Don't start your day in the dark. Your heart and brain deserve better. If you've ever been diagnosed with high blood pressure or had even one borderline reading, this next habit is critical. Skipping your morning blood pressure check may seem harmless, but for many adults over 60, it's a dangerous oversight. Why? Because your blood pressure is naturally highest in the early morning hours, often peaking within the first 30 to 60 minutes after waking up. This phenomenon is called the morning surge, and it's one of the most common triggers of stroke, heart attack, and aneurysm, especially in older adults. Now imagine, you wake up feeling fine, but your blood pressure is silently spiking. No symptoms, no warning signs, just a ticking time bomb. That could have been caught with a simple home monitor. The American Heart Association recommends that anyone with a history of hypertension or stroke risk should monitor their blood pressure daily, especially first thing in the morning. It takes less than 2 minutes. It gives you real-time feedback on your vascular health, and it empowers you to make smart decisions, like adjusting salt intake, staying hydrated, or contacting your doctor early. Don't wait for symptoms. By the time they appear, it might be too late. Your blood pressure is a silent signal, and in the morning, it could be screaming for attention. So please, listen to it. How do you begin your mornings? Is it peaceful, or are you immediately thrown into stress, checking upsetting news, rushing through tasks, or getting into arguments? Here's something most people don't realize. Emotional stress in the first hour of your day can raise your risk of stroke just as much as physical stress. When you start your day in a state of tension, your body reacts as if it's under threat. Stress hormones like adrenaline and noradrenaline surge. Your heart rate increases. Your blood vessels constrict, and your blood becomes slightly thicker, more prone to clotting. For younger people, this may just lead to irritability or fatigue, but for adults over 60, especially those with high blood pressure or hardened arteries, this morning stress response can be the final straw that pushes your system over the edge. In fact, studies have shown that the risk of stroke is highest between 6 a.m. and noon, when both cortisol levels and blood pressure naturally peak. And emotional stress can amplify that even further. So what can you do instead? Delay stressful conversations or decision-making until later in the morning. Start your day with calm music, gentle stretching, or a few minutes of deep breathing. Avoid reading negative news headlines the moment you wake up. Your brain and heart deserve a gentle, stable start, not a fight or flight alarm. Stress will find its way into your day soon enough, but you get to choose how it begins, and that choice could protect your life. Every morning gives you a choice: to protect your brain and heart, or to ignore the silent risks building over time. Now you know the truth. Small habits can lead to big consequences, but they can also lead to healing, strength, and a longer, healthier life. So take the first step tomorrow morning. And if this message spoke to you, please subscribe for more life-saving health advice. Like this video to help it reach more people, and share it with someone you love, because what you do today might save a life tomorrow. You have the power to change your mornings and protect your future. Start now.